this is the last of the set of the viewer game analysis for now. I'm sincerely hoping, since I've started the series up again, that I will have more people send in some more games, and then we can continue the series, because honestly, this is one of my most favorite things I've done on the channel. I don't know. I kind of feel at times that my games are kind of boring to just constantly watch me play. Thank you for those who watch me and hopefully at least remotely find me amusing from time to time. Enough to watch. I appreciate your ongoing support, but I like changing the script every now and then and doing something different. So thank you guys for the support and sending games in, and I look forward to receiving more from you. D4, Knight F6, rapid, rated game from leechess.org, 10-minute with a 5-second increment between two players that are roughly 1900. So, nothing to snuff at, but this next move kills my soul as a chess player. D5. And anyone who plays this with white should know how terrible fundamentally this move is. And when I'm teaching beginners chess, one of the first things I teach them about opening dynamics is maintaining a pawn in the center. My 3 rules of openings for pure beginners: maintain a pawn in the center, develop your knights and bishops effectively, and that's a broad term defining develop your knights and bishops to attack the center or attack your opponent's pieces attacking the center, and then finally, castle your king. And generally this works for beginners. They have the easy to follow 3 steps, and they don't make all those pawn moves that you see right after the learning piece movement. And after 2 hours of, say, lessons in a classroom setting with them playing against each other, they start playing openings that I've never even shown them because they're just following the dynamics. And here this move breaks away from dynamics. Now, let's understand the difference. If someone plays g6 followed by d5, this is not a problem because this is the Grunfeld, and we're able to play against the center. Now, if e6 and d5, we have no problem because we've maintained a pawn in the center. We have Carlsbad structure from the exchange Queen's Game at Decline. d5 immediately, though, results in this capture. And either capture is just completely busted. Knight takes d5 results in e4. And unlike the Alekhine, there's no extra anything here. You're just busted. I have the full center and you wasted a full move. And why you don't give your opponent the center is because it gets nasty quick. I like this line with bishop d3. You go queen e2, and you're looking to have this big attack, e6, and already this, a solid example of how to just demolish this if knight takes d5. In our main game, queen takes d5 was played, and hopefully I really belabored the point. Do not play d5 in this position. This is, if it has a name, it's a bad one, that type deal. Can't justify it. Queen takes knight c3, e4, and this is a better attempt compared to the e6 line we looked at last. Oh, sorry. Knight f3, bishop g7, bishop c4, and c6. This is a passive move which does nothing to solve black's problems. Here, you need to go with bishop g4 and try to speculate, because at least I'm threatening bishop takes f3 followed by queen takes d4, where we need to backpedal. And at least here, black had, something. White's definitely better still with a b pair in the open position, but at least black has chances. In the main game, this passive stuff isn't going to cut it. You got to go after your opponent. a4, not bad. Queen c7. What's the lady doing there? Queen b3. I understand what white's lady's doing. It's hitting that f7 pawn, making that battery. That's nice. We like that. We're looking to make it happen. Okay. If e6, rook e1, h4, e5, and knight e4, we're looking for key squares, finding the right moment to do things, and the shelter is getting broken. H5 is some subtle moment. Knight b7 was played in the game, and I like the move that's played in the game, but e5, and if knight e8, shook, e6, I like that line, and if knight d5, takes, queen a3 hitting the e7 pawn, bishop g5. I just, that this is probably what I would have played in the main game, just because I love the squeeze. I can't help it. Bishop takes f7. It's good. It's just good. King h8 is the game-losing mistake here. So, if you're playing black, what you got? This is a pause your video and try to figure it out. Keep in mind, they had the 5-second increment in a decent amount of time, so you can take 2 minutes here. All right. Hopefully you pause the video and try to find some interesting play for black. Rook takes f7. e6, very important. And if knight takes e6, because you need to keep that, knight f8 with complications in the position. Not sure who's better, honestly. I mean, it's nasty. But e6, critical move. And if queen takes e6, knight f8, where black has reasonable chances here. So bishop takes f7 is speculative-ish if black finds best defense. So hopefully you found best defense when I gave you some time there. First move is kind of obvious. King h8 happened in the main game. Knight g5, keeping on the pressure. Love it. Knight b6. And here, this is a technique thing. a5. Squeeze every last drop of potential out of the position, because where's that knight? Where? Back to where he just came from, and then we follow up with our idea. Bishop e6 was played in the main game. Understandable, but a5, come on, man. a5, it's too nice. It's too nice. h6 was played, and now knight f7 check was played in the main game, but let's take a look at a side variation here. Bishop takes c8, clears the diagonal. Bishop e6, because we're looking at the idea that the king is running out of squares. Black's knight's going to the edge to try to defend some stuff, but knight e2, we're coming around. a5, critical moment again, and g4, with the idea that knight's not going anywhere and the lady's swinging over. I love how the engine will just be like, you can't move, and I just want to do this at some point. So clean. Knight f7 check was played in the main game. King h7. Knight e5. Knight h5. And again, throughout many moves, the engine wants this to be played further to immobilize black's pieces. And it shows you can squeeze every absolute drop by making your opponent's pieces awkward. Time and time again, it was wanting to be played. Where we have knight e2, white has a completely winning position with little to no risk. In the main game, g4 was played, and though white maintains an edge, this seems like an unnecessary flourish compared to that line with a5 I just showed you. But when you're in attacking mood, you're in attacking mood. All right, all right. So bishop takes. Bishop takes h2 is played, and this uncoordinates the pieces. This captures the wrong pawn. Better attempted is bishop takes d4, and after queen e5, black has at least some symbolic chances here, though he's still losing. Much better try. You gotta at least, open king, do something. Try to get to it. Bishop takes h2, just doesn't do it though. King h1, and g5 is the final nail in the coffin. You need to go rook f6. After g5, e5. Where's the b going? Takes. And now, where is the best way to do this? White to play and win. Knight e2 is played in the game, but queen c2 check. Queen g6, big threat. Takes. Check. Check. Mate. So hopefully you found that. Very nice mate. In the main game, knight e2 is played. Nothing wrong with that. Queen c2 check with a time forfeit because, let's face it, those mating ideas are still there. Just want to move after the fact. Again, thank you for submitting that game. And that hopefully I got the point across. Don't be playing this with black. This is not a good position. It is not a playable opening because white gets too much. Black's defying opening principles. Again, this is viewer game analysis. If you want your game analyzed, send your game to nmbtillis@gmail.com. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification to help us out. All right. That'll do it for this set. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your ongoing support. I look forward to analyzing some more of your games.